Hey, hi everyone. So I'm Rudra Kumar. I'm a solution architect in ERP Logic. I've come up with 13 years of experience in SAP Business ByDesign and SAP products, and I've been part of all technical development in ERP Logic. And today I'm going to demonstrate about our one of the top selling add-on equipment maintenance. Thanks, Sushil.
Excellent. Thank you, Rudra. Thank you so much. And our third presenter is Pallava. Brief intro. Pallava, please.
Hi everyone, this is Pallav Rajan and I'm the lead solution architect in ERP Logic. And I focus mainly on by design custom developments and integration projects. So today I'll be walking you through ERP Logic's flagship product, which is our WMS app. So we'll have the demo. Yeah, over to Sushil now.
Excellent. Thank you, Pallava. Again, just a couple of housekeeping items first. Throughout the webinar, feel free to ask questions. You can ask the questions by using the chat window. What we would like to do is to not interrupt the flow of the presentations. We'd like to do the presentation first, and then we will take the questions. The other thing I wanted to mention is this session will be recorded. So if you, for any reason, do not consent to be recorded, then this will be the time for you to drop, but the session will be recorded. So at this point, without further ado, let's get to the presentation. And our first topic is going to be sales commission. To talk about sales commission, what the product does, what the add-on does, how it has helped various clients, it is now my pleasure to invite Renuka to get us started. Renuka.
Thank you, Sushi. Hello, everyone. Good morning. So I would like to talk about the sales commission add-on as said by Sushil now. First of all, I would like to give some case study case what the customer had with us. Like we had a customer who carried out the processing for the commissions according to the sales and pay the beneficiaries on a periodical basis. They were calculating the commissions manually for each of the sales transactions in the system with certain percentages and formulas according to the business logic they had. However, this is real time consuming and led to some manual errors also. The customer wanted to automate the sales commission calculation for each of the transactions carried out in the system and display it in the form of a handy report for anytime reference. B. ERP Logic team proposed and implemented our sales commission add-on to ease their commission calculations and this improved their business eventually for an efficient process. So what is the sales commission add-on does exactly? We can see in detail now. Sales commission is built within SAP Business ByDesign. It allows you to execute the sales commission process for the beneficiaries aligned with your business requirement. Who are the beneficiaries? It could be a customer, supplier, or employee, or any kind of sales partner in the system. Sales commission process helps to recognize the employee talents and reward them for the achievements, help the commission calculation for your suppliers, direct and indirect customers. It calculates the incentives based on the performance of the beneficiary involved in the sales process. Using this cloud solution, we can effectively manage incentive compensation for the sales teams. The overview of the solution covers certain main aspects like providing comprehensive real-time analytic capabilities that enables the visibility to evaluate the best fit incentive plans for the beneficiary and forecasting the commission payouts for any kind of business. Sales commission process has its own features and benefits. Commission calculation can be triggered based on a sales order or a customer invoice. Commission plans can be configured based on various parameters like validity periods and for different beneficiary roles to meet multiple facets of your business. Commission calculation can be based on quantity, amount, or even a percentage. Streamline processes for sales commission calculations, reward management, and conflict resolution. Elimination of errors involving manual commission calculation provides an efficient and accurate business process. Easily configurable and deployable solution which is fully integrated within SAP Business ByDesign. A strong condition formulation I'm sorry for that. A strong condition formulation is incorporated for the commission program. The product has a best risk management with a provision to recalculate the commission for new rules. The add-on solution provides a visible incentive plan works best for you and forecast the commission payout. You can see the commission computation process in the picture here. Master setup is a part of the sales commission process. Here, we will decide either the sales commission will be triggered from a sales order or a customer invoice. Commission plan and commission agreement setups are added. Order to invoice is a part of the SAP ByDesign standard process. Incentive or commission is a computed amount that gets created as a part of the sales commission process. Incentive payout is a part of the SAP ByDesign standard process which gets triggered through the sales commission process. So let's navigate to the system for a better understanding. As you can see here, a dedicated custom work center views is provided for the sales commission process. We shall begin with the master setups now. As a part of the master setup, we will initially decide either the sales commission will be triggered from a sales order or a customer invoice, and this can be opted over here in the master setup. Then comes the commission plan, which is created in the system. Here, you define the role of the beneficiary. The plan is set to active to make it effective in the system with validity as needed. Under the valuation tab, you will define all the criteria needed for the business requirement. It can be a percentage, discount, or the amount range. The relevance conditions can also be added. For example, if you require only sales of a certain product will be accounted for a commission payout, then the products can be added as a list or one of the conditions in the valuation. So once the commission plan is set up, we can add the commission agreement as a next setup. After creating the commission plan, the next setup is to create a commission agreement. A commission agreement is nothing but an agreement that associates a plan with a beneficiary. A beneficiary is added here and associated to a commission plan defined already in the system. This will make sure that the beneficiary receives the sales commission as per the criteria maintained in the commission plan. This agreement is also set to active to make it effective in the system. So now all the setups are completed. As a part of the standard process, the sales order and the customer invoices are being generated in the system. And this comes as a definite standard process in the system. The commission log displays the list of commission calculations, the transaction details, and the beneficiaries involved. A report developed for this log will also help to analyze the details further. After the commission log is created, then a commission adjustment trend can be initiated for creating standard payment entries in the system for the commissions calculated in the commission log, which is shown earlier. The standard payment entries can be a supplier invoice, credit memo, or even an employee compensation. For running this commission adjustment, we also have an option to choose which commissions can be created as payment entries. After the run is successful, the beneficiaries will receive the payments in the system. The standard payment entries creation will be displayed in the views together or separately for each beneficiary role, such as employee compensation, supplier commissions, or customer rebates. We do have multiple features, apart from the ones explained now, that can fit to the business requirement as required. This covers the overall process flow of the sales commission process. If you have any further questions, you can reach out to us at any point of time to understand the process in detail. Thank you, everyone. I'm handing over for the next add-on explanation. Back to Sushil.
Thank you, Renuga. Thank you so much for walking us through. As you can see, this particular solution has worked very well, and there are a number of customer references also that we can share if anybody is interested in this particular add-on solution. So with that said, I do not see any questions yet. So let's go to our next topic. That is going to be warehouse management system. And to walk through that solution and how that solution has helped our clients, it is now my pleasure to invite Pallava. Pallava, take it away.
So let me share my screen. Just let me know if you're able to see my screen so that I can start.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Okay, so before even going about this add-on, I would like to explain how this add-on actually evolved. So one of our customers, this had happened years back. One of our customers had frequently been using ByDesign warehouse task confirmations. You know, that's a standard functionality in the system, right? But the pain point was to having to carry a laptop or a desktop, you know, like it has to be nearby in the warehouse because they need to confirm the warehouse and the system, right? All the warehouse tasks needs to be confirmed on the system. And it was a pain for them. It wasn't ideal because every time you cannot have a laptop with you to do the confirmations, right? So they approached us with this pain point, and that our team decided to address this issue and so that we can enable customers to remotely confirm these tasks rather than having a laptop every time. So we thought we can enable this from the mobile device, and that marked the beginning of this mobile app, which has now evolved to a more great thing and a very great add-on for us. So thanks to the WMS app, now you can do all these warehouse confirmations right from this mobile app. So that's the most, the pain point was solved because they can completely operate these transactions right from the mobile device. And coming to other points, so that's the major point here. You can do all these transactions, whatever you do in the ByDesign system, all those comments in that app. And I'll show you how we can do those confirmations also as a part of the demo today. And coming to WMS app, as you see, this is built on Android platform. The reason we have built it for Android is that most of the scanner guns used in the warehouse, they are based on Android OS, and so it's easy to deploy the app, and it's more friendly to you start using it. So just pick up credentials. I think that is a very key point here. So you can either we offer you two options over here. Either you can use your SAP user credentials. Let's say you have your warehouse person, you procured user licenses for your warehouse person. He can just log in using his own SAP user license. In case, you know, like if you have a bigger team and you haven't procured like user licenses, then what we do is we offer you a custom work center where you can yourself create custom credentials inside the system, and you can offer them to the warehouse team members. So you can, once they log in, they can start doing the task confirmations right from the app. So by that, you can greatly save your cost because you need not have an SAP user license for that. If you have it, you can use it, but if it's not there, it's not a problem. You can create your custom credentials here. So that is one of the major point over here. And also I would like to emphasize that we are G10 compliant. Few customers, they have the products, let's say when they are doing an inbound, they only have the G10 on the label on the product, right? And sometimes they wouldn't like to print the label. So, but still they want to make use of that label for the warehouse operations. So we are done with G10 complaints also, because when you scan a G10 label, that will automatically identify the product and the quantity, and that you can just continue with that without even having to print a new label. Of course, certain customers would like to print a label, so it's their customers' call over there. And also we support brands such as Zebra and Honeywell when it comes to the scan guns. So all these brands, laser guns, we support for Zebra and Honeywell. And even if it's another brand, we would support that. It's not a problem. Only thing is certain libraries will have to be imported in other brands. So I'll move on to the next slide. As you see before moving, this is just a screenshot of what are the modules available. So I'm going to talk about that in the next slide. So let's move on to the next slide. Yeah, so these are the current processes available in the app. As you see, when it comes to inbound logistics, we support tasks, warehouse tasks related to supplier delivery, stock transfer, customer return. In case of outbound logistics, it's all the vice versa transactions. As you see, it's customer delivery, stock transfer, and supplier return. We also support tasks related to physical inventory count, be it a product count or a logistics area count. Coming to production task, we also offer make and supply confirmations, but that's restricted to explicit material alone. The confirmation method has to be explicit in that case, and only that's like useful for the customers as well. So coming other than to these, like we see these, the first section describes about the task, right? All the warehouse tasks. So we plan to add more other functionalities so that the customers can make use of it. So if you see the next section, which deals with internal logistics. So as you use in ByDesign, all these change of stock, goods movement, consumption against cost center or a project, scrapping, these activities are they are most frequently used, right? So we plan to have these as well, although they are not related to task, but you can still perform all these transactions. And coming to the last point, we also offer you a stock overview module where if you scan either a label, product label, or you can manually choose a product, it'll tell you the stock, just like how you see it in the ByDesign system. So it's like we offer you like a miniature view so that you can just check just by scanning a product, it'll tell you what's the stock available. So that is also there. So I'd like to showcase a short demo for today, and I'll be covering on outbound logistic task and goods movement. There are more transactions as you see, but for the sake of time, I'm going to focus on these two today. Okay, so let's go to the system demo. So I have my screen sharing software over here, and let me open the ByDesign system as well. It's already open. So for today, I told you as I plan to show an outbound logistic task, right? So as soon as I log in inside the app, I would be seeing my launchpad over here. Okay, and the first activity I would like to do on the app is it's a one-time activity. As a warehouse person, I'll have to just click on these arrows and just go to navigate to settings. So I click on settings over here, and I'll have to choose my warehouse site here. Okay, so if you see the drop down, this will show you what are the sites available in this particular ByDesign tenant, and I'll have to choose. So in this case, I'm just choosing 6100. So this is my where I get my demo test data. So if you see the fields below, right, you have employee responsible. If you want to filter it based on employee responsible, I mean like in ByDesign you will be assigning tasks, right? So you can, even if you don't assign, it's not a problem. But if you're used to assignment of these tasks, then you can filter it based on the employee responsible. Okay, but I'm not doing that because it's an option, but only the first field is mandatory here. And the third field, if you see, it's task folder. So in ByDesign, you have logistic task folder concept, right? So if you want to make use of it, you can choose the folders as well. But we are going only with this site alone here. So let me click on save. So it's saved. So I'm going back now. So this is a one-time activity. You don't have to change it every time. Only if you want to change your site where you're working, you will have to change, navigate here and change it. So now let's click on the outbound logistic task. So this is going to fetch all the warehouse tasks which are pertaining to site 6100, right? So there are 45 tasks. As you see on the right side, it tells the number of tasks. 45 is the count. And I can go to any task. Let's go to some random task, 624. Okay. So now, before even we confirm anything, we'll just see the same task on the screen. You see, this is 1624, and it has one line item. This is my line item details, right? So the product ID is FinMat for PO. You see the ID stock is 1, the product quantity is 7, open quantity, and the fulfill is 3. So now when I navigate in the mobile app, when I click on this frame, so it's going to fetch the number of line items in this task. So as you see, there's only one line item. So we'll be seeing this one line item over here. Okay, And then you see the open quantity and the full quantity over here. So whatever you see on the system, 7 and 3 is what is being shown you. Okay. And the basic details, the product ID, the description, what logistics area, what kind of product it is, the plant quantity, all these are here. If you notice, there's also a split icon. So just like how you see it in the ByDesign system, you have a split quantity option, right? So if you want, you can make a use of it. But here I'm just doing a normal confirmation. Okay. So I'm going to confirm one quantity or two, any number. Let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to click inside my line item. So now if you see, it tells me the ID stock, what is the source location, everything, right? So here I'm going to enter, let's say 2. So 2 is my quantity and I'm going to confirm now. This is a pick task. So in this case, there's no target. It's a single task. So I'm just going to confirm now. So when I click on confirm, there'll be a pop-up where if I want to print a label on, okay, but I don't want to print in this case. So I click on no, and this will be sending a confirmation to the system. So right now I'll get a pop-up, a success pop-up saying that confirmation is done. Yeah, so I get an outbound task confirmation successfully. All this happens in real time. Let's just refresh this 1624 task, and you see under this task, the confirmations. Let's navigate here. So you see there's an this is today 13th, right? So a confirmation happens in the system. So there's no lag or sync over here. It is just a real-time call. So whatever we confirmed, that would be there here. So if you see the quantity, 2 is the quantity which we confirmed. That's what we are seeing. So this is how you do a outbound task confirmation, and inbound is also very similar because the screens are very similar. They are designed in a very similar way. Only the transaction operation is different over here. So first, I think I'm done with the outbound. Okay, so now let's move to the other one, the goods movement. Okay, so let's go to, yeah, now I'm going to showcase how a goods movement is going to happen. Okay, so now let's go to the app. So let's click on home. Okay, now, as I said, you can do all these similar things in inbound in case of physical inventory task or a production control. The screens are very similar, but in case of internal logistics, when you click on this, you will have these options. As I said, change of stock, goods movement, consumption for cost center, for project, and scrapping. So now I'm going to click on goods movement. So before I go there, let's go to the label. I have printed some sample labels. Okay, so this is my QR code, and it is having information embedded inside this. If you see, this is the product ID, and ID stock is 1 and quantity is 1. This is all embedded here. So now I'm going to, and this embedded thing, right? It follows the standard which SAP follows. It is GS1 128 format, which also is followed in ByDesign system as well. So now I'm going to click on goods movement. When I click on goods movement, I'll have two options. As I said earlier, if you have a G10 label, you can go with the first option. But if you have a label printed, which is with all this information as a GS1 128 label, you can click on it. So let's go here. So as soon as I click, I'll have to scan this label, right? So let's scan this label. So I just scan this label. So when I scan, you see the product ID, this is the description, and the ID stock, the quantity, everything gets captured as soon as I scan. So now all I have to do is just scan my source location and the target because I'm doing a goods movement, right? So let's scan just by clicking this scan icon. Okay. In case of a laser scan gun, you can trigger the laser button, but here it is the case of a camera since it's a mobile device. So now I click on the scan icon. So let's scan, just scan the QR code. Yeah, so 61IT was there. This is my source. So here it is actually fetching. See, when you see the stock overview, yeah, against the same ID stock, you might have many line items, right? There could be the status could be different. So this shows you what you want to move. So I'm going to move the second line item, which has quantity 1321. So let's click this. And now I'm going to scan my target location. That's the only field remaining. So let's just scan. So this is what I have filled in source and target, and I just scan my label. Okay. But before we execute this goods movement, we need to see the stock overview, right? Because only after execution, then we'll know what has changed. So let's move to the system now. We'll go to stock overview. Sorry. Okay. And we'll search for this product, how much is there first. So raw mat for PO. So raw mat for PO is my product ID. And let's fill in the site just to reduce the output here. So I'm giving 1. So here, yes, so this is the stock, right? This is a stock, and you see the stock is 1321. So now I'm going to do the confirmation here. And as soon as the confirmation happens, the quantity would be reduced by 1. Let's see that. OK, I click on confirm. So here, once this happens, I get the success message. So I'll get it soon. Let's see that. I'll refresh this as soon as I get that. Okay. Okay, so when I refresh this, as soon as I refresh this, you see this is reduced by quantity 1, right? So 1321 became 1320, and it increased it in the other location, which is 610 ITX. So from 4, it became 5. Okay, so this is how you do a goods movement. In a similar manner, every operation which comes under internal logistics, if you see this, all these things they behave in the same way. You will have to just scan the product label, then choose your source or target depending on the transaction. And then in case of a project, you choose consumption for project, you choose your project. Case of cost center, you just choose the other cost center input. That's it. And then once this is done, you do confirmation, and it happens instant in real time. It happens. The transaction executes in real time. Okay, so with this, I think for demo part, I'm just done with 2 transactions because I have, for the sake of time, I'll have to reduce it to 2 transactions here. And if you're interested with this add-on, you can always reach us. And if you have any questions also, we can discuss it right now in the meeting. So I'm done with my demo part here. So over to Sushil, and let's see for the next add-on. And if you have any questions, yeah, we can reserve it.
Thank you so much. Thanks again, Pallava. Fantastic. So as you can see, we talked about the sales commission first. Renika covered the sales commission. Pallava talked about the warehouse management system. It was pretty cool to see how that mobile integration works. So thank you, Pallava, again for sharing that. Without any further ado, let me now invite Rudra. He's going to talk to us about equipment management solution. All of these solutions, as I mentioned, they are live. The customers are actually using those solutions, and they are benefiting from those. So Pallava, floor is all yours.
Thanks, Sushil. Thanks, Pallava and Renuka. It is a nice demo. Hi everyone, welcome to equipment maintenance demo. So one of our customer from manufacturing industry has been struggling with high costs associated with equipment maintenance and tracking in the old days. Fortunately, they've been using our ERP Logic add-on for past 6+ years to streamline their process. This allowed them to capture the vital information and better manage the equipment condition, and resulting in significant cost savings for them. So let me go to the agenda of equipment maintenance. We have 3 scenarios to cover. One is on use case of equipment maintenance. Another is a process flow of equipment maintenance, followed with a system demo. The equipment maintenance solutions effectively manage assets to preventive and ad hoc maintenance cycle, also called as a breakdown maintenance process. Equipment maintenance solutions offers complete visibility to the maintenance process, extending the life cycle of the asset and also the lowering the risk of the failure and breakdown in future. Additionally, the cost and spares used in the maintenance process are tracked. This is the life cycle of the equipment maintenance process flow, and a few features and benefits are listed over here. Let me move on to next slide. We'll explain about the process flow. The process flow for scheduled maintenance or a preventive maintenance begins with two masters creation. One is an asset master creation and second is preventive master creation. Typically, the two tasks are performed only once. And future, we may update it, but it will be performed only one time activity in the system. And the next is task due list, which is a system generated task. Here, the list of assets that's required for a service are available here. The user of the screen will check whether the assets need to go for a service or not, will decide over here. If they want to go for a service, they will create the work order. Once a work order is created, the information like what kind of a service, who need to do the service, what are the spares parts required, will be updated automatically from our master record. The user can also take a printout or add a notes to the work order. And the work order is if every information is good, then they will release for the execution team. The execution team will perform the work order, will check the assets condition and will do the appropriate service and they will complete the order. Once they complete the order, it will be the end of the preventive maintenance cycle or a scheduled maintenance process. Next is the ad hoc maintenance. Because nature of the ad hoc or a breakdown process, which is a sudden breakdown for the asset or the equipment, it begins with directly the creation of the work order. When the user lands on the screen, they will enter all the information manually, what kind of a service, who need to do the service, what are the spares are needed to change, and finally they will release the order to the execution team. Execution team will perform the task as same like the preventive maintenance process. Once they complete the task, they will close the order. And finally, the asset will be available for a desired process. And this will end with the preventive maintenance flow. The inventory movement for the maintenance are captured in the system, and also we have a detailed analyticals for the maintenance process. Okay, let me go to the system demo. I'm into SAP Business ByDesign system. This is our equipment maintenance work view, designed and developed by ERP Logic. It includes the entire maintenance cycle into it. The next is the fixed asset master. Fixed asset master is the standard object in Business ByDesign, and in that one we have enhanced a tab with the maintenance process. Here we can able to flag whether this asset is need to go for a service or not, and also additional information for the maintenance process. This is developed by ERP Logic. And next primary master is preventive maintenance. In the preventive maintenance, we can able to list out what are the service we need to do for the equipment and what are the spares needed, what are the procedure for it can be added here. So as I mentioned, the fixed asset and the preventive maintenance process are one-time activity into the system. And also we can able to add a notes or attachment to this one. Once the master data are completed, so we will go to the task due list, which will list out all the tasks which is due for the service, which is available over here. Depending upon the assets condition, user can able to create the order or cancel it. If they create the order, it will goes for the work order. Let me open one maintenance order. All the information it flows from the master data, and user can able to look into it, and it's already released one, so they can able to release it for the execution team. Since it's already released, it's all the fields are not editable right now. And if they want to have a preview, if they get printout, they can able to take a preview to take the printout over here. Next, I will go to the next view, which is execution. The execution view for the my execution would list out all the my activities which I need to the service will be available here. And the next is in all, so which we can able to see all of the tasks which is for the due for it. So let me confirm one task. Here we need to do a service. For this one, we need a spares for 2 each. And we can able to enter which logistics location we're going to take that material. It's P100. And then logistics location. And if there is any ID stocks related to this spares, we can have it. But right now I don't have an ID stock for this one. I can able to enter the quantity, either 1 or 2, how much we're going to consume. Sometimes we consume more for the service, sometimes we can consume less. It's proposed as planned quantities too from our master. So we can able to decide while doing execution how much spares we needed it. And also this ATP check will shows it is available in the inventory or not. So once I click confirm, it will reduce the inventory in system and also it's updated to this execution task. Yeah, we confirmed. Also the time spent by the resource can be entered over here. Depends upon this entry, automatically employee time will be created into the system. The procedure and safety will flow from the maintenance master automatically here. The majority of information are here from the master entries that flows automatically. Now the job of the execution person is very simple. That is, he can able to check the task and do the service appropriately and easily. You can finish it. By clicking the finish, he has completed the task and this equipment will be available for a desired process. If we need to create an ad hoc maintenance or a breakdown maintenance, we have an option to create it over here. And all the information here will be entered manually. And once they enter the information, they can release for the execution team. Or if they want to take a printout, they can also take a printout over here. Once it is released, it will go to the execution team and execution team will perform same like what they did in the preventive maintenance. They will perform the task and will complete the order. And we have a list of reports for all the screens which we have been seeing here. What are the due tasks? What are the maintenance order? What are the execution cost of the maintenance which happened for this equipment will be all available in the reports. And also we have the mobile enablement for all of the screens which we are seeing here. It is enabled in the mobile and we can able to access in the mobile to enter the information or we can able to see the information of the equipment. Let me jump to the presentation again. Recap. So with the equipment maintenance add-on, we can able to improve the productivity and establish the process. And we can able to capture the expense to improve the return on the investment of the equipment. So if you have any questions, you can ask now. Also, I have a wrap-up slide, so which I will show you. So these are the ERP Logic flagship product and solution in a nutshell listed in for your reference. Those are the ERP Logic product and solution used across various industries. Also, this published in our website. So our solutions are available in our website also. You can look into it if you need any kind of doubts on this solution or if you need any information, it's also available in this website. You can reach to us from here also. If you have any questions, kindly we can provide you information accordingly. That's it from my side today. Over to you, Sushil.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rudra. This was excellent discussion on equipment maintenance. So I don't see any questions in the chat, but if there are in next couple of minutes, we will cover those. So just to recap what we discussed today, right? We had first presentation was by Renuga. She talked about the sales commission add-on and how that is helping our clients. Second one was the warehouse management system, mobility integration that Pallava discussed and how that is helping our clients. The third piece was equipment maintenance that Rudra covered. And then he also talked about various add-ons that we actually have available. So with that, I want to first thank you all for joining, and I certainly hope that this was useful. This was beneficial for you. If you have any further questions, please do reach out to us. The session has been recorded. It will be available on our website. It'll probably take about a week or so. So if anybody wants to review what we discussed, it will be available on our website shortly. So with that, I just again want to thank you, thank all the presenters first, Renuka, Rudra, Pallava, and thanks everybody. We'll see you next time.